Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Learn Something New Today. And you know what? Today we're gonna follow up on that thing I said I'd do a month ago, almost 2 months ago, and we're gonna learn how to do Cornell Notes on an iPad. All right. In this video, I'm just really gonna show you how to format it and how to work the iPad to best fit your Cornell needs without needing to suffer, I guess. I want it to be as easy as possible for you, and there actually are a ton of ways to do it, and this is just one of them, and I'm only going to use one app to do it. Well, two really if you count like camera app, but for now I'm just going to show you how to use one app, the Pages app, which is right here on the bottom left. And let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to start with the Pages app. I'm going to open it up, and as you can see, there's already an example right here for you of what it's going to look like when we're done with it. But for now, let's just go to Create Document. We're going to go to Blank. And there we have it. When you set up a new document in Pages, it automatically sets it to an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So if you wanted to print it out, you could, and it would look just like it does on the screen. Just a little bit bigger since this is a 9-inch iPad and, you know, scaling. But to get this started, we're going to go ahead and make our lines or our groups for our notes. So we're going to go to the plus sign in the top right. Right there. I'm going to go to my shapes, which is the third icon from the right or the left, you know. I'm going to just grab a square, and there's my square. And right now it's blue, but that's okay. I'm just going to drag it up to the left. I'm going to stretch it up. And the sizing is pretty much up to you, but since this is just the essential question part, I'm going to leave it pretty small so I have more room for my notes. And since I'm typing everything, it's a lot easier to read. All right, so I've got that guy in. I'm going to go to the paint icon on the right. It's also our formatter. I'm going to go to the Style tab, and on the bottom right of this selection, you'll see the white rectangle with the black outline. And selecting that gives us a nice empty rectangle. I'm going to increase the width a bit to about 4 just so I can clearly see the lines. It's really a stylistic choice. If you want to make this color-coded, depending on class, you can do that as well, since all of our typing is going to be inside the square. Or rectangle, you know. Alright, so I've got that guy set up. I'm going to just go ahead and set up the other 3 sections. There we go. Alright, so I've got my 4 sections set up. Got our essential questions at the top, notes on the right middle, questions on the left middle, and on the bottom our summary. Alright, to type in these, all you have to do is double tap. Type as much as you want. There you go. And it'll stay in that rectangle, and it'll scale it up as you type in more, which is especially useful for the notes section, depending on how many notes you get. You can definitely get a lot more notes typing it in than you would if you were handwriting it on a single page. And the better thing about this is that you can also, if you tap the font icon right here, you can format the font to fit your needs. So if you only have a few notes and you just don't want to struggle reading it, you know, increase the size. Don't hurt your eyes. I mean, you're already looking at a screen. All right, so what I would do after I've set up this first file, go to your documents and then just make a copy of it. Tap and hold on it, tap it again, and then go to the top left, right next to the trash can, you'll see another copy icon. And there you go. I would rename your first one to something like master document, master copy, I don't know, it's up to you. And then I would write my notes on my new copy that I made. That way I don't ever have to set up the documents again, and I can just get right into my note taking. Now you have a template set up. Okay, so let's look at an example of what it will look like once you have text inside of it. So here's just an example document I made. I've got my EQ, my 3 sets of notes, 3 questions, and a summary. Now, once I have that done, I can come back through it after I've gone through it 5 times, or while I'm going through it 5 times, and I already have it numbered, but if I want to do something like highlight certain words or certain parts of it, I can highlight it, And once I've highlighted it, let's say there's additional notes that came in with it, or I had a question that was answered about this set of notes, I can just click on it, add my extra notes. Notes, 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 notes. There you go. If you want to color code the text, you can as well. Just double tap on the word, stretch it to where you need it. Style. And you don't want to do that. You want to format it. There we go. Style, text, and then you can choose a color. Let's say I want this text to be red. There we go. If I want it bold, bold. This helps it stand out a lot more. And just so everything's the same, you can copy it. You go to style, copy style, and then you can attach it to the question that goes with it. Style, paste style. There you go. Now it's easy to see what goes with what and how your answers will match up at the end. I mean, there's really a lot more formatting you can do based on the classes and just how you want to do it. You have a lot more control, and you really only need the one iPad rather than a set of highlighters and pens and colored pencils. You can do everything with just this guy. Alright? Now, let's say you already wrote a bunch of notes, but you want to keep it on your iPad and kind of keep it organized in a Cornell fashion. So I've got this example here where I have my essential question at the top, and then I took a picture and I placed it inside my notes section. Easiest way to do that is to just hit the plus icon on the right, go to take photo. Alright, here's some fancy notes I took. Use photo, and there they are, and I can resize it. And what's nice about it, having it in pages, is that it doesn't have to be rescaled. I can just leave it like this so I have room to see everything, and then I can scale it back up whenever I want to read it. But what do I do if I can't see what the notes are, so I don't have to look through it a bunch of times? Well, same thing you did with your notes, with your typed notes. You can click and hold on it. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. And then you can put a comment on it. And it's just like highlighting it. So you put, this set of notes is page 2 of 4. There you go. And then you can just look at the highlight. If you know this is the one you're looking for, stretch it up, take a look at it, shrink it back down. Nice and simple. If you have handwritten notes and you want to compile everything together, say for like an exam summary or for a section or a chapter notes, you want to do that. And say you're the type of person that likes to handwrite all your notes anyways, regardless of the iPad, but you still want to keep it organized and easy to get through for studying, you know, that kind of thing. You can just do it like this, in this format, and have it all there for you. The only thing is, make sure you don't delete the photos off of your camera roll, or they may disappear on you. Pages doesn't actually keep a lot of the photo data or the image data in its files when you save it. And remember, this is Pages, so it's automatically saved on your iPad every time you like make a few changes, so you don't have to worry about your notes disappearing on you. Okay? That's basically it for iPad notes. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you learned something new today. Bye. Bye. Get out of here. Go. Be free. Do what you want with your life. I don't know.